What's up out there to all of my fellow gold diggers? This is your girl Rita, also known as the self-proclaimed gold digger. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. I am so glad to have you. But if you are a fellow gold digger, then welcome back because I love and I appreciate each and every one of you. Today, it is Side Hustle Saturday, and we're going to be talking about why you are not making any money in your side hustle. Okay, so I have some tips that I'm going to be sharing with you. Before I get into it, y'all, I always have to do my quick social media check, so just give me just a moment. I hope everyone's Saturday is going well and things are working out for you guys. Are y'all ready for the Super Bowl on tomorrow? And who are y'all cheering for? The Chiefs or the Eagles? But all right, and let me check one other spot to make sure we are good. And then we are going to get all into it. Okay, it looks like I am good on all ends. All right, y'all. So I do have a couple of quick church announcements as well. But this Side Hustle Saturday, like I said, we're going to be talking about why you're not making any money in your side hustle, or why you may not be making as much money as you want to in your side hustle. And this was inspired by my last Side Hustle Saturday video, where I was talking about how I was able to make good money in my side hustle and what you should do. I'm getting my videos mixed up. I was telling you why you need to have a side hustle. So if you have not seen that video, then definitely check it out. And then I have another video where I showed you exactly how I was able to make money in my side hustle and was able to generate $1,000 a month, working only 8 hours this past month. In the month of January, only worked 8 hours and made $1,000. So if you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out as well. But it was inspired by the last Side Hustle Saturday video where I was telling you everyone should have a side hustle, unless you just got it like that. But even if you got it like that, I kind of showed you how even celebrities, athletes, and stuff like that, they have multiple streams of income. So basically what I'm saying is to have a side hustle is just to have multiple streams of income, because I have said this so many times on my channel, one source of income is too close to zero. So you should just have multiple streams of income. But real quick, let's go ahead and get into the church announcements really quickly. So, of course, on Sundays, I do my goal planning. So I'm still going to do it. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. I know y'all are not going to be tuning in, but y'all are probably going to be watching the game. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to have it recorded. So I'm trying to shoot it today so I can already have it and load it up and everything. And y'all can just watch it at your leisure. Okay. So the goal planning session will still be going on tomorrow. And then, of course, I won't say of course, but it is February. We're in a new month. So we have the Gold Digger Book Club. And our book club read for the month is Kevin Hart's I Can't Make This Up. So go ahead, get the book. See if you can get it from your library. If you have Audible or something like that, go ahead and download the book and start reading it, because I will be discussing that at the end of February. I will be sharing my takeaways from that. But throughout the month, I will be posting questions for you to get some of your thoughts, get some of your insights about the book as well. So it's Kevin Hart's I Can't Make This Up. And also, let me go ahead and put my IG handle into the chat for y'all to have it if you want to keep up with the book club. And as I shared, I have some new stuff coming for the book club as well. All right, we also want to have Tipsy Tuesday on this upcoming Tuesday. That will be at 10 p.m. That is always going to be a live session. And we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you are not reaching your goals, because we need to do a goal check-in this month, because we're already in the second month of 2025. So I want to see how y'all are doing in terms of your goals, okay? And then I'll have another video out later on this week. But yeah, that's what's going on for this week on my channel. This pretty much concludes the church announcements. Please govern yourselves accordingly. All right, so like I said, well, the purpose of Side Hustle Saturday, if this is your first time in it, I pretty much share with you how you can be successful with a side hustle. I give you some insights about my side hustle and what I've been doing, what works for me, just in hopes of encouraging you and motivating you and inspiring you to kind of keep going, keep staying at it, and that kind of thing. All right. So that is the whole purpose of Side Hustle Saturday. I will do a video at least once a month. I was doing them more regularly, but I just promised you at least one video a month for Side Hustle Saturday. Now, we do have a Side Hustle Saturday song, so I'm going to get into the Side Hustle Saturday song, and then we're going to get into all the things. All right, here we go. It's Side Hustle Saturday, Side Hustle Saturday. Ooh, it's Saturday. Ooh, it's Saturday. It's Side Hustle Saturday. All right. And also, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, subscribe. Thank y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all, I am about to be at 5,000 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed, if you have been checking me out, if you have been watching some of my videos and liking it and everything, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay. So like I said, I am really, really close to getting to 5,000 subscribers, hoping to hit that hopefully today. So we shall see. All right. Now, as I mentioned on my last Side Hustle Saturday video, I was telling you about why everyone needs a side hustle. And I had some people to leave me comments underneath the video, as well as people to private message me about the side hustle. Now, I will say this. The comments, I took a screenshot of the comments. The comments were more so pertaining to my notary business. Now, in the video, I talked about my notary business. And even in this video, I probably will talk about my notary business. But the concepts were general. Like, you can apply this to any particular business, any particular side hustle you have. These concepts, they're relevant, okay? But let me pull up the screenshot because I'm going to address the comments on this particular video here. Just to show you why you're not making money in your side hustle. All right. So, and then I'm going to share with you what you can be doing differently. So someone posted, well, I'm going to say who their name is because it's public. I'm not saying any information of anyone who messaged me privately, but the people who made public comments, I figure y'all don't mind other people seeing what you said. So Superpower Creation says most notaries will do it for free anyway. If I was to charge, they would go elsewhere anyhow. Now, my thoughts on that is you don't have the right mindset when it comes to your notary business. Yes, there are places where people can get that particular service done for free, but there are also places where people are willing to pay. So you have to give people an opportunity to tell you no. Like, you have to offer your services and state your fees and give them an opportunity to say, no, I'm not able to do that, or no, I'm going to go with someone else, or whatever they end up saying. If you're already telling yourself no before the person even tells you no, then no, you're not going to make any money in your business. And I don't totally agree with this comment that most notaries will do it for free. Any notary who is doing it for free and they're not your friend, they don't know you, they don't know the value that they have. Okay. They don't understand that they could charge for this particular service as well, or any places that are doing it for free. Because I know if you go to like your bank and stuff, and they will notarize things for free, they're not doing it for free, y'all. Okay. If you're going to your bank or something, or you're going to, maybe your library has a notary and they might provide that service for free, it's not really free. Those people are still getting paid. You know, they are getting paid because they work at the bank, they work at the library, they're getting some kind of income. This is just part of their job description. This is part of their job description and one of the duties that they have in their job. Okay. So they're still getting money from doing this particular service. It's just not money that they're collecting directly from you, but somebody is paying them to do it. Okay. Someone is literally paying them to do it. And like I said, if you know someone who is not working at a bank or not working at a library or some other establishment, and they're doing free notarizations as their business model, or just on a regular basis, then they're not really using it as, as a income driven service that they're providing or whatever, or maybe they're just being nice or whatever. But give people an opportunity to tell you no. Now, another comment from it is, I don't know, BB Bop 30 says, The notary side hustle did not work for me. I live in a large city where notarizations are available on every corner. Take heed. So if notarizations, I think they meant notaries. If notaries are available on every corner, that already tells you that there is a need for it. There's McDonald's on every corner. Does that prevent Wendy's from opening up? Does that prevent Chick-fil-A from opening up? You have to be able to differentiate yourself. And the fact that you are living in a large city, that means there's lots of opportunities. Like, that is not a hindrance. So I always say, some people will find a problem to every solution. Like, if you're in a large city, there's more opportunities. That I would be excited to live in a large city and offer these services and stuff like that, or even a more populous city, because that tells me there's plenty of opportunities out there for me to make money. Now, if the argument was it's a more rural city or something like that, then I can kind of, but a large city and you can't make money, that argument is not sufficient for me. That means that when someone else isn't available, someone else will be reaching out to you. You just have to know what service you're providing. Find a way to differentiate yourself from someone else. Just like there's a McDonald's on every, I won't say on every corner, there's Wendy's, there's Chick-fil-A, there's different places. They don't get scared and say, well, we're not going to open up because McDonald's is on every corner. They know that whatever products that they're providing, someone is going to want it. They are differentiated enough where they're like, I have a unique product or whatever, even though they're all kind of the same. I have a unique product that someone is willing to pay money for. And that's what you have to look at. So like I said, I'm going to give y'all some tips that y'all need to start doing in your business, in your side hustle, so that you can start making money and stop making these excuses about why you're not making money. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I have is the reason why you're not making money in your side hustle is you don't fully understand your side hustle or your business. You don't understand how it works. You don't know how to attract clients. You don't even know the very nature of your business. And I say that especially in response to these comments that I received. If you understood how the notary business works, you would understand that there are so many different niches within the notary business that you could get into. You could do nursing home work. You could do apostilles like I do. If it's allowed in your particular state, you could do weddings. You could do real estate documents. You could do estate planning documents. You have so many different opportunities that you just don't know how the actual business works. So if you're saying in whatever side hustle you're in, if you're like, I'm not making money, do you fully understand how it works? Like, do you fully understand how to attract clients? I'll even use a different example. Even in my regular business, I mainly serve a pediatric population. Okay. My target demographic who I want to serve are children. Now, am I marketing to children? No. Even though that's who I want to serve, I know that, okay, I want to serve kids and stuff like that. I need to market to the parents. Like, that's where my marketing should be. And not just any parents. Most people who are parents, they're going to be like depending on the age range you want to target, they're going to be like from their mid-20s to their late 30s. Okay, so I need to target that particular demographic. I need to figure out what type of children I'm trying to target. Like, is it middle income children? Is it more at-risk children? Or is it lower income children? That kind of thing. But I know, even though I'm targeting, or I would want to focus on that particular demographic, I need to see who is their caretaker, who is the decision maker when it comes to the buying experience. Okay, so even though my business is tailored for children, I need to know how to attract my clients and know how that works. And going directly to the kids or going directly to a school is not necessarily the best way. I need to make sure I'm getting to the parents. Now, I could go to schools depending on what I'm trying to do and get in that way as well. But I just need to know how to attract my clients and knowing the nature of my business and how it works. And this is why in that side hustle Saturday video that I had, this is why I suggested you start with do a side hustle with a skill that you already possess or something you already know. Because at least at that point, hopefully you'll have a little bit of insight on the workings of the business or how things work out and stuff, so that you're not really starting totally from ground zero. Okay, now that's not to say, even though you have some basic knowledge or you have a skill or you have a talent, that doesn't necessarily translate into you being a successful entrepreneur or a successful business owner. You still have to do research and find out the nature of the business and find out how it works. And I'll even use my notary business again as an example. In the beginning, I was just like these people who were making comments. No, I was not really making money in my notary business because I was trying to go after the real estate signings, but I soon realized that does not work for my lifestyle. That does not work for the way I want to operate. And then I started having to do some research and seeing, well, what else can I do with my notary commission? How else can I make money? But if I just stayed stuck on, oh, well, I'm not making money with these real estate signings, then I would be sharing the same sentiments as the people that were in my comments and stuff like that. But if you don't know the nature of the business, if you don't know how the business works, you don't know how to make money. It's just that simple. If you don't understand the business, it is harder for you to make money unless you hire somebody who knows the nature of the business and can start making money and stuff for you. But if you don't know the inner workings of the business, no, you won't make money in it. So you have to do your research, even if you already have a skill or you possess some knowledge in it, because you have to figure out how to attract clients that are going to pay you as well. Just as another commenter mentioned that nobody is going to pay you for that service. That's a lie. But you have to know, how am I going to attract paying clients, paying customers? Okay. Just like the people who go for a meal at McDonald's, they want a certain experience. The people who go for a meal at Ruth Chris, they want a certain experience. Those people, those types of clients are two different demographics, and the marketing for each is going to look different. So you have to know, what kind of business are you offering? Is it I won't say a lower ticket business where it's like a lower dollar value, or is it going to be a higher ticket? Because you have to attract that caliber of clients, and you have to show up attracting that caliber of client as well. Okay, which brings me to my next point is, you're not making money in your business because you still have an employee mindset, and not that of an employer or an entrepreneur or business owner. You are still waiting for someone to create your paycheck. You are still waiting to come in, do the work, and clock in, clock out, and someone is going to write you out a paycheck. When you are an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, when you are the employer, then you have to create the business. You have to create the business model. You have to generate the clientele who are going to come in and buy from the business. If you're still in that mindset of waiting for someone to come to you, someone to give you instructions, someone to tell you what to do, to follow ABC and then do XYZ, if you're still having that type of mentality, no, you're not going to make money in your business. Okay, it's all on you, boo. It's all on you. So you have to figure these things out. You have to shift your mindset and be like, hey, I am an entrepreneur now. The way for me to generate this money is I have to start thinking like an entrepreneur. I have to start thinking as a business owner and see what things do I need to do to be able to attract clients to my business. Okay. You can't have that employee mindset. Well, I didn't get paid, or I'm not making any money, or anything like that. I didn't get a check. No, you don't get a check. You got to put work in. And oftentimes as an entrepreneur, you're going to be putting a lot of work in before you actually start reaping the rewards of it. So if you're not willing to put that work in on the front end, then yeah, you might need to stay as an employee or get a side hustle where you're not really responsible for generating your own clients. Like maybe pick up a second job, pick up a second shift or something like that. But you have to know how to attract clients, how your business is going to work. And the only way for you to do that is you having an entrepreneur mindset. And that's also why I say mindset is so key. It is so key. It is so important. And not just having an entrepreneur mindset, but the mindset of that, I'm going to win. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to have a business that generates enough income that I can live comfortably. You have to have that kind of positive mindset and positive mentality if you want to do well in your side hustle, okay? Or in any type of business that you decide to do. So have the right mindset. That was the second one. Now, the third thing I have, the reason why you're not making money in your business is you're also not paying attention to the people who are successful in your side hustle. There are so many ways for you to do research on people who are in your industry, who are doing some things that you already like to do, whether it's selling t-shirts, whether it's selling candles, whether it's like doing a notary business, whether it's providing, I don't know, massage services, whatever. You need to start paying attention to the people in your niche who are successful. What are they doing? What strategies are they using? What kind of business model are they using? How are they attracting clients? If you're seeing their ads, if you're seeing their commercials and stuff like that, then you have to see what they're using and try to like reverse engineer that and apply it to your business. Also, there are tons of videos on YouTube about it, just about any topic that you can probably think of. So if you're thinking about getting into a particular side hustle or starting a particular business, go on YouTube. Use YouTube University and figure out how these people are being successful in their businesses and what strategies that they are utilizing. Okay, but look at them. Look at the personality that they bring. Look at the type of customer service they bring. Look at all of that different stuff to see what can I use in my business, in my side hustle to start generating money. What kind of stuff, what do they have that I like that I want to see used in my business? Okay, because if they are a successful business, they've created the blueprint. Okay, you don't have to really deviate from the blueprint if it's working and if it's a model that you want to emulate or that you want to also utilize. You don't have to deviate a whole lot, okay? So look at what the successful people are doing. See what strategies they're using. See what you can take from that, apply it to your business as well. Also, look at their personality because that has a lot to do with it as well. How is their personality when they're talking about their business, when they're talking to clients and things of that nature? And you're like, well, I won't be able to see them talk to clients. A lot of people put testimonials up there, especially on their websites. They'll have testimonials, whether it's video testimonials or whether it's just word or type testimonials from other clients and customers. Look and see what the clients are saying. This person did this. They were great at this or whatever. That gives you an idea of how they're showing up for their jobs, how they're showing up and providing the services to their customers and to their clients. So look at what their customers are saying. Look at how they're showing up and see what things can you glean from that and start applying it in your business. Because if their customers are enjoying it, then your customers will likely too. So, but you have to do your research, see what's working already in your industry and go from there. And it goes in line with this point, which could be a point in and of itself, but I'm going to just lump it here. Oftentimes, you're not successful in your business. You're not making money in your business because you lack self-awareness. And it's going to be a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow. You lack self-awareness when it comes to what is working and what is not working. And you will easily blame someone else. Like you start pointing the fingers. Well, they're not buying from me. No one's going to support my business. they told me that my price is too high and all that kind of stuff. You start saying they are doing this, all of this kind of stuff, instead of looking in the mirror and looking at you and be like, well, what can I do differently? What can I do better? Instead of saying nobody is going to support my business, they don't want to get products from me, they don't want to pay this for my services. Stop blaming, like even these people. Like, it's too many notaries in my area. The market is saturated. No one's going to pay me to get a notarization. Stop that. Stop that and start looking at yourself and seeing in what ways can I improve. If people aren't buying from you, if people aren't getting your product or service, start asking yourself, what is hindering them from saying yes to my product or yes to my service? And you might even have to ask people, but oftentimes they might say, okay, it's too high, or if it's cost too much or whatever, or this is not a good time. Now, if they say something like that, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to lower your price. Okay, so don't do that, because that's what a lot of people will do. If someone says it's too high, they might lower their price or discount their price just to try and get some business. And we'll talk about this in the next point. Don't necessarily do that. Start looking at, okay, well, they said they didn't want to pay that. They're not my ideal client. And start looking for people who have that money and who are willing to pay that price. Okay, like, people who have a Mercedes or people who buy a Tesla or whatever. Nobody's going on the Mercedes-Benz lot, if you're looking, and saying, oh, that's too high, I'm not going to buy it. They're going to say, well, carry your tail right on down to Toyota or something, get you a Toyota Corolla that is more in line with your budget or whatever. They are not saying, well, I'll discount this price down so that you can get it. The price is already at a certain point. Now, they know they have a little margin that they can work with, but it's not going to be discounted down to no Toyota Corolla levels, okay? It's not going to be discounted down to that. And so they realize, hey, you're not my ideal client, and we're trying to attract people that are of the caliber who can afford to pay for this particular services, okay? And that just goes to show as well, for people say they're not going to pay this. Looking at car dealerships, there is a car dealership just for just about everyone's income level if they want to buy a car. And even if they don't want to buy a car, they can't buy a car, then there's the bus, there's a bike. There is something for every income level for you to be able to get from point A to point B, okay? So just because someone says they don't want to pay, that doesn't mean necessarily discount your price, okay? So remember that. I got off on a tangent a little bit when I was telling you about, you have to look at yourself and see, what do I need to do better? What can I improve upon to make sure that people are getting my product, getting my service? Is it the way that I presented it? Was it that I needed to provide them with some testimonials? Should I have given them, like a small sample or whatever it is? Did I adequately do my market research? Do I adequately understand the nature of my business? Going back to my first point, like, do you know how the business works? And like I said, I use myself as an example all the time. When I first started with notary, no, I did not understand fully how the business runs, okay? Because I had that same mindset when it was introduced to me by my best friend. I was like, nobody doesn't pay to have a notarizations done. Nobody pays for that. And then she told me about the real estate documents and stuff like that. And so that's why I was like, oh, that's how you make money. But that's just one of the ways of how you can make money. But there's other ways that you can make money as well within that particular business. And if you're not making money in your business, you need to find out, how can I do that? Is there something I'm overlooking in my business? Is there something I'm overlooking in myself that I'm not aware of that I need to improve upon? But I'm gonna leave that alone, because like I said, that could have been a whole topic under itself, but I didn't want to come for y'all next like that. So I just left it underneath the one where you're just not paying attention to the people who are successful in your business. And that brings me to the next point, is you don't recognize the value that you have and what you have to offer. You don't recognize your value. You don't even realize how important your product or your service is to your ideal client. That is the key thing, though, to your ideal client. to the person who wants to get that product, to the person who needs that product, to the person who can't live without that product or service, they understand the value of it and they're willing to pay what you are charging for it. Okay. So, like going back to the car example, for someone who just needs a car to get them from point A to point B, they're not starting off with a Mercedes. They're probably looking, at a Toyota or a Honda or something like that. They just want to go from point A to point B. But for some people who want, a more luxurious ride, or they want to have, a certain prestige about themselves, then they're like, oh, I'm skipping right over Toyota. I'm going straight to Mercedes or whatever, or BMW or whatever it is. They know the value that they placed in those particular brands, and they're willing to spend the money on those particular brands. So you yourself have to know the value that you're providing with your product or your service to be able to ask for the price. Now, every market has a certain cap. I will say that. So let's not get ahead of ourselves and like get a big head and be like, well, I'm going to charge, I don't know, $1,000 for something that's only like $10 or something like that. Even though I can argue that there are brands that do that, but there is a market cap when it comes to that, or you have to build a certain following or a certain recognition to be able to command a certain price as well. So there's that. It's a delicate balance. But oftentimes, a lot of us do not realize our worth. We don't recognize our value. And part of that is because, going back to the other point I made, you still have that employee mindset. You're so used to someone else telling you not only what to do, but what you're worth. And what I mean by that is saying, oh, if you do this particular job, this is the salary that you're going to get for this particular job. Versus as an entrepreneur and a business owner, you tell them what you're going to get or what you expect to get by providing that product or service. So a lot of us do not have our appropriate self-worth or self-value for ourselves for the things that we're providing in our side hustles, that we'll easily discount ourselves down just to attract some business, just to say that we're getting business. That's like being in a dating situation and hey, or you're so desperate to date or have a mate or something like that, that you start tolerating and putting up with stuff that otherwise you would not tolerate or put up with, or, just settling for something just to say that you have somebody. Okay. You have to know your worth. You have to know your value when it comes to the business, so that you can charge what you would like to charge and what your market will allow and everything like that. And also going back to what one of those commenters saying, like, hey, they're not going to pay me to do this or whatever. It also says they haven't done their market research. Going back to, you don't know the full nature of the business. They're not going to pay me to provide this service. If you've done your market research, you will know that people are willing to pay for whatever you have to offer. Let's see. All right. I've been talking a lot. All right. And real quick, I'm going to do a comment check. What's up, April? Glad to see you on. She says, hello, all. All right. Now, I'm trying to make sure. I was talking about, you don't recognize your value or what you have to offer. I used this example on another video. I want to say it was my video where I was talking about, I think it was my 1000 video. And the reason why, y'all, I'm sorry. The reason why I'm getting confused about which videos I've done is just because I've been recording different videos for you guys. And I'm trying to remember what I recorded it on, as well as what videos have already come out that I've already talked about as well. But I use the example about Chick-fil-A. So when people say that they're not going to pay you for this particular product or service, it's like Chick-fil-A. I said that Chick-fil-A does not worry about people who are wanting burgers, because Chick-fil-A understands that they're offering something unique by providing a chicken sandwich. They're focused on the people who want a chicken sandwich and not the people who want a burger. Okay. And that's the same kind of mentality. That's the same kind of mindset that you have to have. You have to know what you bring to the table. You have to know your worth and your value, and not be focused on the people who want burgers if you are providing chicken sandwiches. Okay. Same thing. If you're providing, I don't know, cakes. You can't be focused on the people who want cupcakes or whatever. So it's like, no, I'm providing this. This is my area of expertise. This is my specialty. This is what I would like to go into or whatever, and focus on that. Do that thing, and be excellent at it. Be great at it. But don't get so caught up in the people who are like, well, I don't eat chicken sandwiches. Okay, well, why are you here? Because we sell chicken here or whatever. So know what you bring to the table, know what you offer, and be confident in that. Okay. You have to be confident in that, because I will say this: people can tell when you're not confident. People can tell when you don't feel, 100% sure in what you're offering and what you're providing. And I say that because in my regular business, I have to hire people. I interview people on a pretty regular basis or whatever. I can tell the people who are confident, and I can tell the people who are not very confident in everything. And I will say this: people can take advantage of the people who are not so confident. So in your business, if you're not coming off as confident, that's how people take advantage of you and get over on you and can get you to discount your stuff, or have you doing extra stuff that they didn't even pay for, just because you're not confident in the services that you provide. Okay. Case in point, or an example I have, someone reached out to me just this week, maybe like a day or two ago, and they needed my notary services. And so I had told them, they told me what they needed done. And I told them, okay, it's going to be this amount of money or whatever. So they told me, well, actually, I don't have that to pay. And I said, well, instead of me, I didn't discount my services at all. I just said, well, here are some other options for you, and you can reach out to them and see if they might be more in line with your price point. Okay. I already know what it takes, what I provide, the amount of time that is required of me. And it's like, I'm not going, and I gave her like, for what she had, it was like one of my lower fees anyway. So I already know I'm not doing it for, I'm sorry about your situation, but I'm not willing to do it for less than that. And I didn't say that to her. I still offered great customer service, even though she's not my customer, or, but she's still a potential customer, and said, hey, here's what you can do. Check X, Y, and Z. See if this is more in line with what you can afford or whatever, and check them out. Here are the numbers or whatever. So I still provide excellent customer service, even though to the people who are not necessarily going to be my customers. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to discount myself. I'm not going to reduce my price or anything like that, because I know what I'm worth. I know what I provide. And also, in the notary example, I've seen people reach out to me because, yeah, they might have went with a notary who didn't charge them any money or charge them a lower fee. And now they're coming to me to fix what the other notary did wrong. Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, let's move along. So you have to recognize your value and know what you offer, what you bring to the table. All right. Another reason why, because how are we looking on time? All right. Yeah, I gotta hurry up so I can jump on, because I got something to do after this. The fifth thing about why you're not making money in your business is that nobody knows about your business. Okay. Have you told? Does your mom know? Does your sister, brother, cousin, friends, do they even know that you have a business or a side hustle? Do they know about it? Because oftentimes people will reach out to me, people that I know, and they're like, oh, I'm a notary too. Oh, I just like nobody. I didn't know. I don't see you advertising about it. I had no clue. I had no idea. And then also, in that same vein, make sure if your mother, brother, father, sister, cousin, friend, if those people do know about your business, make sure they're not the only ones that know. Okay. They should not be the only ones who know about your business. Okay. You can't be reliant on your family and your friends to totally support your business. It's great if they do, but do not just start thinking that your family and friends are going to be the ones to support your business or keep you sustained or get you to this, 6-figure, 7-figure level in your business. Okay. You have to share your business with other people. You have to market your business to other people as well. Okay. So please, please, please make sure people know about your business, and make sure once they know about it, it's not just your friends and your family. The other thing I have is that you're not doing money making activities, which ties into what I just said. Are you doing activities that are going to generate money? Are you doing marketing activities, or are you just working on your website that nobody is going to see because you've been working on it for the past 6 months, and finally you launch it or whatever, and you spent those whole 6 months working on your website or designing a business card or trying to see, do I need a LLC? Like it shouldn't take a couple of months for you to do all of these things. But what you really need to do is researching your niche and your business and seeing, where can I get some clients, and start going out to those different places. Start looking at, hey, what are people interested in? And don't take too long, because you might find out, hey, people were interested in this 2 months ago, and now because you waited so long to introduce the product, that now it's too late. Just like Valentine's Day is coming up. If your product or your service is tailored to like couples or love related and stuff like that, you should have been talking about that in January. You should have had a strategy for what you were going to use back in December and January for how you were going to market in February for Valentine's Day. Okay. So you can't wait to the last minute, as well as you can't take too long to do money making activities that are really going to move the needle forward and start generating some money. You can't just be working in your business saying you're doing this stuff and it's not really generating any income. Now, in the beginning, there are going to be some things that you need to do, some things that you need to establish in order to, you have to put the work in so that people can recognize and start buying from you. But don't get stuck like that analysis paralysis and all that kind of stuff, or just getting stuck doing stuff that is not really generating money. Because you can easily say, well, I was doing this in my business, but if eventually it doesn't translate into money, you're just really wasting your time. And then the last thing I have where you're not making money in your business is that you're just plain scared. So scared money don't make money. And oftentimes, with you being scared, you will start doing, or you will tie yourself up in those activities I was telling you about, where you're saying, oh, I'm working in my business, but it's not really any money making activities, just because you're scared to actually launch and put yourself out there. You're scared to actually go out there and ask for a client, ask somebody to support you, ask somebody to buy this particular product from you. So you'll busy yourself with things that have nothing to do with, well, I won't say nothing, but they're not immediately related to making money, just to say that you're working in the business because you're really scared to do the thing that you need to do in order to attract clients and to get business. Stop being scared. Scared money don't make money, okay? It don't make money. You have to put yourself out there. You have to present it, because also, even if someone tells you no, or even if someone doesn't buy your product or your service, it's a learning lesson. It's like, okay, what can I do differently? You have to start asking people for stuff. You have to start asking people to support your business. You have to start putting those reps in so you can start seeing what's working, what's not working. I need to tailor what I'm saying to people. I spoke too long. I didn't say enough information, all that kind of stuff, where I should have said this, I forgot to say that. So start asking for stuff. Start doing it. Stop being scared. Okay. Stop being scared and just do the thing that you need to do. All right. That was what I had. Let me see real quick in the comments. Real quick. Thank you, April, for putting it. She says, all good points. Talk away. Thank you. Yeah, because I'll be forgetting once I get on a tangent. And then April says, does your dog know you have a business? LOL. He gonna know, because he gonna be getting some extra treats, like mama bringing home some extra treats for me and stuff like that. So even my dog gonna know something something is up in my business. All right, but I hope this was helpful. Check yourself, check and see what you need to do or need to start doing and stop doing in order to start making money in your business. Also, let me know in the comment section if any of these things you need to start doing or you've been doing and now you need to change, and so you can start making money in your side hustle. All right. Thanks so much for joining, and y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Eagles. Bye, guys.